following podcast is recorded and produced by the Podcast Precinct in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com. The Podcast Precinct. Consistency, creativity, culture.
The Nostalgia Funhouse proudly dedicates all episodes in the loving memory of Connie Chirac. So, Johnny, you said Trevor was going to show up. You finally said Trevor was going to be on the show after so many months of, saying he's going to be on, but he's always got something to do because I guess he's like a nurse or something and he like saves lives. But
that's what he says. That's what he says. But I've never seen a hospital and Trevor at the same time.
There you go. What is a hospital?
I don't. It's this building with a lot of patients, but that's not important right now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's been dodging me too, if I'm being honest. He's been a little cagey with his responses, and I mean his excuse last time I asked, like I just put him in the corner and I said, "What's going on, Trevor?" And he made some excuse about having a family or some garbage like that.
But I've never seen him and his family together.
I've never seen him and a family at the same time. What's
Andrew.
a family? Oh,
Andrew, is that you?
Oh yeah,
Andrew.
There he is, Johnny. Right
How's
over
it
here,
going?
Trevor.
Oh, there he is.
What's it doing? You just here hanging out by yourself, Andrew?
Wow.
I'm right here.
Don't acknowledge Johnny.
It's Johnny. You know what? I just had a thing. I have some lint in my navel. I gotta take care of that. So I think I'm gonna have to peace out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, can you at least just stick around for a show? I mean, you did come all this way.
It's not Retro Blissed, is it?
No, dear Lord, no.
All right. I guess I can do it.
Okay, good. All right. Well, Andrew, what show is this? You never even told me.
Oh, the Nostalgia Funhouse. But guess what, guys? They're sponsored by these people.
I'm a pretty lucky fella in that. I guess depending on how you view the other guy. But Andrew Lynn's one of my bestest pals is here. Andrew, I'm very excited about our guest today. What about you?
I am too. He's very, very hard to get come onto a show. He's a very busy man. And
the list of his demands to even have him on this show was quite frankly insane.
I was something about a bronze statue, life-size bronze statue of him, but in a Metal Slug costume at one point. It was it got a little too ridiculous.
It really did. Did.
What was the one where he said,
I got to interrupt you guys for a second.
No. You can't talk until you're introduced.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew.
But this water isn't sparkling. I wanted sparkling water.
Okay. We'll get on that.
Wrote down no talking about Ninja Turtles.
We can't talk about Ninja Turtles, right? Yeah.
No more.
That's true. So he is I would dare say, the more popular better half of the self-critically acclaimed.
Previously critically acclaimed.
Previously a 5-star retro gaming podcast called Retro Blissed. This is Trevor Franklin. Now you can talk.
Yeah.
All right. So I only had 2 demands, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and they were
sparkling water.
Yeah.
In a Donkey Kong mug.
Yes.
And you gave me plain water in a bottle. I mean, what is this?
But I drew like a picture of a donkey on it.
That's what that is.
You wrote the word Kong.
And I wrote the word Kong next to it.
You made the tail look like a K and then put.
Yeah.
I was wondering what horse Kong was. It makes sense now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should have
donkey.
I should have just drew like just a butt, so you would know like it's another word for donkey is. I can't say it. This is a family podcast, and then you would have known, hey, this is Donkey Kong. Like it's 3 degrees of separation here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be on here. I didn't realize I was so elusive, but I'm really bad at picking jobs. That's really all it comes down to.
Yeah.
I end up with the worst schedules in the world. Actually, the one I have now is a little better.
Trevor is so bad at picking jobs, he let Steve just walk on by.
Oh my gosh.
I'll show myself out.
I'm glad it's not my responsibility to stop you on this podcast. It's a heavy burden to bear.
I let Johnny go.
He means he future endeavored me.
Oh, no. That's what Matt did to be on the 2-boy conversation. He wished me best in my future endeavors.
Yeah, he WWE released you. Yeah.
And then the severance pay of one Facebook page.
Yeah. So, Trevor, your first time guest on the Nostalgia Funhouse here.
Yeah.
Let's tell the people a little bit about you. Why would we? Let me rephrase this.
Why?
I think there's a show that you do. Would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, we've been doing Retro Blissed for 6 or 7 years now. I don't even know how long. We talk about retro video games. We are gross and petty, but also we like to have fun here. You know,
I would
like
dare
all the cool
say,
kids say.
I would dare say, Retro Blissed is in the realm of PG podcast, the grossest and by far the most pettiest PG podcast there is out there.
I think that's what separates us. If you want to know, we started out the podcast because we wanted to be a more positive place.
Yeah,
that families could listen to.
That was our key goal, and talk about fun games. Yeah,
and so I think we do have that positive spin, but we're also very self-deprecating. And
I think you're beautiful.
We straddle that line hardcore sometimes.
Oh yeah. You mean self-deprecating? Yeah, I think we're both
defecating. I said self-defecating.
Oh yeah, I did peel my hand the other day.
That's the kind of humor you can expect. You check out Retro Blissed wherever you get podcasts.
Yeah, that's right. Give us 5 stars unless you hate Ninja Turtles, and then I don't know what to tell you.
We covered a lot of Ninja Turtle games, just FYI. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
That's what I've been saying. And Andrew also loves old school video games as well.
I do. I am a listener of Retro Bliss.
I think Andrew's a little starstruck of having Trevor on this show.
Yeah.
Andrew, I do want to thank you again for finding a way to leave us 2 reviews for Retro Bliss. That really does mean a lot. Most people won't leave us one.
Apple people to know about that.
I mean, no, I mean, you left us one, and then your best friend left us one.
Yeah.
And I just feel like you introduced him to the podcast, and I'm not lying at all right now.
Yeah.
So.
Andrew was originally starstruck talking to me, but that quickly faded the second that he talked to me for 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. I think Tim was excited. Our friend Tim was excited to hang out with both of us, and then that faded really quick too.
Yeah. That's our
gross people.
That's what we do. That's the Retro Bliss experience.
My starstruck of Johnny faded away when he gave Mac and me 5 cans of Coke or something absolutely ridiculous.
I gave it
a rating, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to become friends with him because I think he needs help. So,
and he does.
I enjoy Mac and me that much. He needs guidance in his life.
Anytime anybody complains about any kind of review I give of anything, just point out to them that I gave Mac and me the highest review I could possibly give it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, fans of Retro Bliss, remember our Final Fantasy 6 episode where we famously reviewed Pepsi Man about the same, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Pepsi Man, a real game.
Final Fantasy 6, critically and just acclaimed and beloved game
worldwide.
Yes, but Trevor and I couldn't be bothered. We tried to like it, but
I played it for 22 hours and came out with an opinion that was not popular.
And I played it for 30 minutes and came to the same opinion.
Oof, that's every time you say that, it's like, oh man, I hope people didn't listen to that part.
I'm just brutally honest about how much work I put into it.
We like to be honest around here.
So we're glad to have Trevor on the Nostalgia Funhouse here.
Yes.
Andrew. But let's talk about video games since we got him here. I mean, that's why you would have a retro gaming expert, right?
Yeah.
Oh, expert.
I do. I like that too.
Yeah. Well, we've been called that. We put a lot of qualifiers on it.
Yes.
Like we're the redneck something. We get called redneck a lot. I don't know why.
It's not the accents. It can't be.
No.
I think they're just going purely off of the accents.
Yeah.
I've actually ever seen you guys. I don't see it.
Yeah.
It must be my fellow brother and from the north that we come to the conclusion that minute you have an accent, you be a redneck.
Yeah. And we love NASCAR and moonshine.
Okay. I love NASCAR. I love 90s NASCAR and moonshine.
I do too. Yeah. I can't drink moonshine anymore. It would literally destroy me. But so Trevor, what are some of your favorite retro video games? I mean, I know this answer, but our audience may not.
Wow. Well, let's just pick ones we covered on the show. Some of the games I've given a 10 to, and this will probably tell you a little bit about me. I love Sonic 2. I love Earthbound. Donkey Kong Country 2 was a 10 for me. Super Mario World, that was a 10. Have I given another 10? Metal Slug X. I absolutely adored that. We covered that recently. I love the Metal Slug series.
Earthbound, did you give that a 10?
Earthbound, yes. Earthbound was,
I thought you did.
One of the best things about the show is we discover sometimes games that we missed. And Earthbound for me is a game I never played, and it's now truly one of my favorite games. I think I'm not too far off the beaten path, but I do like things that are a little quirky, like Earthbound. Or like Donkey Kong Country 2 isn't quite, it's not quite Mario Brothers. It's a little different. I love Rare in general, Rare games. But we grew up playing the Ninja Turtle beat 'em ups.
Whoa.
It's a mutual love.
We're not allowed to talk about the turtles.
Oh
on this
God,
podcast.
you're gonna get 2-star review. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't take any negative reviews over here.
Okay.
We're still trying to afford the Ghost of Mr. Chicken on this show, Trevor.
We're way off on that one.
Yeah, we have a Patreon, and we beg every time for more people to join it so we can finally afford to rent the Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
And Johnny and
a movie that we wanted to see with Don Knotts that's from like the 1960s.
That's where I've heard that. Yeah. That's
Johnny
a
and
great
I
name.
put in so much effort on
Just so you can rent it.
our skits,
just so we can rent it. Yeah. So we need to earn at least $6 a month. We'll get there one day.
One day.
But yeah, Trevor and I, just for those who don't know, basically grew up together. And me, him, and his brother Derek, we hung out all the time. Still do. Two of my y'all are pretty much family to me. And so we have a lot of memories together. I was thinking of this the other day, Trevor, and it was because I got up and I was just walking to go get a drink, and I just passed gas like one would do, and it just happened. And I just started laughing because it just reminded me of when I would spend the night at your house, and I would sleep on your floor. I lay on your floor, you'd be in your bed, and we would just sit there and try to see who could do the louder fart.
And I remember we'd cry because we're laughing and because it stunk so bad. Our tears would just be falling. Oh man, I woke up and woke my wife up recently because we have a newborn baby. He's 2 months old, and he passes gas like you wouldn't believe. But I pass gas too, especially when I think she's asleep. And by the way, sorry, Andrew. I forget sometimes we're not on Retro Blissed. Anyways, we've started going in tandem sometimes, like, and I just can't stop laughing and waking Anna up.
So poor Anna's like it's in stereo to her.
Yes. So I don't think she wakes up from the tandem farts. She wakes up because I'm shaking because I'm laughing, and then she smells it. It's just disappointing to her. But so yeah, that's my life right now.
I don't know I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for your wife.
Oh yeah, I don't mind at all.
Oh man, Andrew, you got any questions? I mean, this is I'm pretending like this is the first time you've met Trevor. If you could act a little more starstruck, Andrew, that'd be great.
He was on the other named podcast.
That doesn't exist.
No.
Because I wasn't there. That was BJ. Nope. Can't do that.
Well, Andrew, you were on
BJT.
Retro Bliss though, right?
JT. We can
Yeah, Andrew, you've been on Retro Bliss.
You were on Retro Bliss for Top Gun.
Yeah. No, it was a year ago, actually.
It was
shared it. It was
you shared that picture. And I'm like, why is he sharing this now? This was a while back, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, that was a year ago.
Because
I was thinking like 3 months.
In the memories, I still share people's old podcasts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you have
Top Gun was one of those games that was interesting to cover.
I think that's where I learned that Trevor is way more analytical than Johnny. Johnny is the Kurt of the team, just impulsive. Like he said for half an hour, and he's like, "I'm done with this."
Yeah.
And Trevor's like, "Well, did you look at the manual? Did you guys do this?" And we're like,
"That's so true."
Wait, what?
That you just boiled down. You literally just boiled down Trevor and me in like just 2 sentences.
You really did.
If it wasn't for Trevor, I would have never known that how to land the plane in Top Gun is right in your face in the instruction manual and when you're landing the plane.
It tells you on the screen. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I would have tried the game, not figured it out. Well, this is what I did. I don't know why I'm acting like I didn't do this. Yeah. I tried the game, I didn't figure it out, and just like, well, I'm just never going to know.
Well, this explains as well too. Like I said, we covered Final Fantasy VI. We came to basically the same conclusion. It just wasn't for us. It took Johnny 30 minutes to reach that conclusion. It took me 22 hours.
Yes. Yeah.
That explains this pretty well. Yep.
Yeah.
Johnny was like, "Is there anything else to do today?"
Pretty much, yeah. Yep. If it doesn't grab me about half an hour, I'm like, it just isn't going to work for me.
We really do rein each other in too, because I swear, if it was just up to Johnny, every episode would be like 20 minutes, probably, unless he really likes the game. And if it was up to me,
then I'll go 25 minutes if I really like it.
I'm not kidding. I've done like for our Patreons, like just reviews with just me, and I'll go on for an hour about a game that, like, if Johnny was there, there's no way I would have done that because he would.
I'm just well aware.
That's why we work together, Johnny, because if it wasn't for you and I had to do an episode by myself, it'd be like 15, 20 minutes long of me probably repeating myself. So maybe that's why we do it. You do your 15 minutes, I do mine.
Yeah, that's what we do. We work well together that way. I think it's come from a place of just being well aware of That too. I definitely have that. But just being aware of just how long I've been doing something, and it also comes from a slight part of self-hatred of there's no way if I was somebody else I would want to listen to this guy drone on for more than an hour.
Oh yeah,
Talking
I'm
about
sure you're
myself.
right.
I can listen to Trevor talk all the time, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Or Andrew, honestly, either one of you. But you know how it is. You never like listening to yourself.
I hate editing because I have to listen to myself.
And edit my laughs out, which I think you should just leave in.
I only edit your laughs out for the skits when we're trying to be serious.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, I should put in like the blooper, just leave it unedited and call it a blooper.
Yeah.
Because all it is we're doing like our exclusive skits for Patreon that you can join for $1 a month.
I'm gonna check that out.
Cheap plug. But then all of a sudden we're getting like real serious, and then you say something and it's super serious, and then all of a sudden there's like this like 20-second laugh. Which is John. Like you'd be like, but you don't have, like, just making something up, be like, but you don't have a heart, and all of a sudden you just hear I'm like, oh yeah, I can't leave in this laugh, and we're supposed to do this like serious.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of my own comedy.
Oh yeah. On our most recent episode, Mario Party 2, check out Retro Bliss wherever you get podcasts.
Shilling both our own both my shows. Really.
Although on the opening skit, I cracked myself up because I had this mental image that was in the opening skit, and we left it all in. It was like 30 seconds of dead air because I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, before we even said anything, but I'm
We
glad
just
you
don't
said
edit it out.
Because what a great direction we went there.
Yeah.
I like the Mario Party opening.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Mario Party,
Yeah,
or just Mario in general, Trevor, how excited are you for the new Mario movie coming out in a couple months or so, right?
So I was already excited, but I've recently gotten ultra excited because we've decided, that's a lot of sideds. We've decided to put vinyl siding on our house. Now we're going to take our
only
son
on the side of your house.
Yeah, only on one side.
On the side
on the house.
And if it's not a good movie, I'm going to drink cyanide. But no, sorry. We're going to take our son as his first movie in the movie theater. We've decided, because he's going to be almost 4 when it comes out. And I probably would have rather waited till he's 5 or something, but we've just decided that's going to be the first movie we see with him in the theater. So I'm super excited now. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, go to AMC theater and get prime seating so it costs you more.
Yeah. $40 a ticket.
Yeah, enjoy that. It's
no,
exaggeration.
It's probably not 40, but they're pricing now based on where you're sitting. And
yeah,
so I don't know if it's okay if they make the worst seats cheaper, but they might just make everything more expensive. I don't know.
I know the worst seats will be the cheapest, but I don't know if they'll be cheaper than they are now.
I am so cheap when it comes to the movies that I actually looked for a movie theater with the cheapest ticket prices and the earliest time available to go see.
Oh yeah. We used to always go to matinee if we could.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Oh, Trevor's drinking heavy stuff. We can't see him on Zoom, but he's a dark bottle.
This isn't crafting and drafting, which you can also catch on the BIC.
I don't like cream soda, but this stuff's delicious. Have you ever had it? Boiling?
It literally is cream soda. He's not kidding.
Yeah. I drink diabetes, not alcohol.
That's right.
America.
Well, speaking of Mario, another great transition here. Andrew, we've done it again. We've done it again.
We've gotten exclusive content once again.
We do somehow, some way through my connections.
Okay.
We're the only show that has this. We have the exclusive audio from did you know that Mario himself, or I'm sorry, Mario, I'll use his full name, was just recently put on trial in the Mushroom Kingdom?
What?
I heard about this.
It's true. I don't know what the results was. We're waiting to get that. It takes news a while to travel here from the Mushroom Kingdom. It's got to go through all those green pipes and stuff. And there's no warp whistles to be found.
Do they use like what they have at the bank? The little and they
That is, I still remember the first time I saw one of those at a bank, and my first thought was, this is like Mario going through the pipes. It really was. What I compared it to. But yeah, we got exclusive audio from the actual court case of this. Very excited to share this. You will not hear this anywhere else but on the Nostalgia Funhouse.
That is correct. I don't know how Johnny does it, but he does it every single time.
What What it is I go, unless you give me this audio, I will send unsolicited pictures of me topless.
It's a threat.
It's a big threat. You do not want to see that. I've seen it and grosses me out every time. So with that image in everybody's brains, I think it's time, Andrew and Trevor. What do you say? Let's go to pop culture court. Let's go.
I want to see this.
Everybody rise. Please stand for the Honorable Judge Trevor Franklin.
All right. I will now hear the chorus, the case even, of Mario versus the people of Mushroom Kingdom. Will the prosecution please rise?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your case.
I am.
Quit slouching.
Sorry, this is just. I don't have hands. I'm a Goomba. I don't know if you can tell. I'm Steve Goomba, and I represent the Mushroom Kingdom. You see, Mario here, the defendant. We know without a shadow of a doubt that he is responsible for the death of not just tens, Your Honor, but millions and millions of people of the Mushroom Kingdom. In fact, my brother was just stepped on the other day, Your Honor.
Goomba, please define people for the court.
Me? By people, I mean they have like triangle-shaped heads, a round body, and 2 feet.
Defense?
Oh, wait. Some of us are like a turtle duck type thing, and sentient bullets.
Are you proposing that these people have a soul?
I'm not proposing I'm a single man, but what I am saying, Your Honor, is that this Mario is a menace to the Mushroom Kingdom and should be put behind bars. We're looking for the death penalty, Your Honor.
Mr. Goomba, I hope you realize this is a serious accusation. Mario is a hero of this kingdom.
We are prepared, Your Honor, to bring him. I have affidavits here signed by many here, including a giant ghost with a crown. King Boo himself signed this, Your Honor. This is not just a flimsy case that we're bringing to just get some publicity. Sorry, I can't say some words, Your Honor. And he's guilty.
All right, well, let's hurry this up. I need to have my salad with freshly sliced mushrooms. All right, will the defense please rise?
Name is Bane.
Mr. Bain, state your case.
Mario is not guilty. Frederick Bane. No. Mario good. Yay!
Well, I think I've heard all I need to hear. It's hard to argue with this.
I like it when he does the jumping and he squishes to save the day.
Your Honor, objection. That's murder.
He's doing
Overruled.
It,
it sounds fun.
He's doing it for the princess. And then he breaks the bricks and he goes, look at all the bits and pieces.
Your Honor, those bricks are my people. My people. He's killing my people.
Overruled. Bricks aren't people.
He didn't know.
Look in the manual.
Oh, wow. Okay. It is in the manual. The bricks are people. All right. Defense.
He didn't know. Oops.
Sound argument.
Your Honor, at the very least, he's still culpable for murdering. I don't have a family anymore. They've all been jumped on by that man.
Earth, brick don't live.
I don't know what Earth is. I'm only concerned with the Mushroom Kingdom, Your Honor. And I will also like to point out he only wears the same clothes every day.
Washing machine's broken.
It's just red and blue suspenders, and his brother constantly bugging and bothering these poor ghosts who are just trying to just live their non-lives in that mansion. It's ridiculous.
That's irrelevant. This case isn't about his brother. We've already put his brother to the death row anyways.
He tried to wash his clothes in the water, but the jeeps and the bloopers were coming at him, and Fireball didn't work.
That's the fire boss. He constantly throws fire, ice. One time he turned into a flying raccoon just so he could get to a higher spot to step on us.
It gets cold, so he needs the fire. And the raccoon keeps him warm all over. It's very nice. I like it.
I'm going to tell.
I do like a good raccoon skin.
Thank you.
Where's PETA when I need them? Save us, PETA. Save us.
It's a bread.
Peter's on death row too.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
I like pita bread. Are we ordering lunch?
Soup.
Yeah, I'm really wanting that salad with mushrooms and maybe some turtle soup.
I'm going to have to ask for a new judge at this point.
Overruled.
A soup too, please. 2.
Also, I'd also like a soup. That's 3 soups, but that's neither here nor there, Your Honor. I would also like to point out that Mario here has a history since 1982 of running around and jumping and just defiling and destroying everywhere he goes. And when you try to talk him about it, he just jumps into a green box.
There's coins down there. He gets the coins.
That's another thing. He steals our money all the time.
It was on the ground.
That's where we keep our money. I don't have pants. I don't have hands. Where am I going to keep my coins, Your Honor? They're going to go on the ground.
You keep them in your pocket.
I don't have pants.
You could sew them with.
I don't have hands.
I'll jump on you then.
Oh,
All right, this is getting out of line. Goomba, answer me this question.
yes.
If not to be jumped on and collect your coins, what purpose do you serve in life?
To invade the Mushroom Kingdom that Mario saved. Yay, Mario.
No, we are here to stay. Your Honor, I was born in the Mushroom Kingdom. I was raised in the Mushroom Kingdom. My uncle was a Bullet Bill. I was made for this place to live my life. I just got a job at the I got a job at the local castle. I'm turning those giant barbecue things. That's I'm very excited. Don't let this man Mario just go around just killing us and just taking our jobs.
He took no jobs because he's a plumber. So that's why he goes.
And he doesn't fix any of these pipes. He doesn't plumb a single thing.
He saved the Mushroom Kingdom. You owe him money.
He didn't save anything. He came in, killed a bunch of us, and may I add, poor Koopa, our king, has just been trying to marry his longtime girlfriend, and this third wheel, Mario won't get the hint.
He kidnapped her, Your Honor.
All right. I've heard enough for now.
Your Honor, he's stalking. He's stalking. He keeps going to castle after castle, despite us constantly saying, hey, the princess isn't here. She's not at this castle. And guess what? He keeps going to the next castle because he won't stop till he gets what he wants, which is us dead.
To be paid for his duty. Because Hammer Brothers don't fix anything either.
That's not true. That's not true. You only see them when they're trying to defend themselves because a certain plump plumber is coming at them. And what's with that mustache? I mean,
And now the mustache might be a little problematic.
It's very problematic. It was just a little bit smaller.
That's the first sensible thing you said, Goomba. Defend the mustache.
If his mustache was just slightly smaller, we'd be looking at Hitler.
All right, I'm starting to change my mind. I think I'm reaching a verdict here. Let's call a 15-minute recess so I can have my fresh mushroom with garlic and butter.
Okay, Your Honor.
Get over here. I need to slice a little bit off.
Not me. I'm people.
That's pretty good. All right.
2.
I didn't get a soup. I ordered a soup. Where's my soup?
You are the soup.
Oh, fuck. Good. That's why it's hot in here. Because quit cooking me, please. We're just cannon fodder.
Have the people reached a verdict?
Your Honor, do we not have closing comments?
I'm just really hungry.
I can tell.
Give your closing comments. But I've already made my mind. Let's be honest.
I'd like the verdict now.
I'm going to give one last plea. I not only represent myself, but all of the Mushroom Kingdom. The ones who aren't in the castles. The ones who are just minding their business, walking along the different types of areas, like the grass area, the sand area, the ice area, all these different worlds, the big area. And there's this guy, and he's just coming at us. Your Honor, I literally saw my brother get stepped on right before my eyes, and he looked at me, and instead of even saying sorry, he stole my coins right out from under me and just hopped off, and all he said was woohoo.
Woohoo! He was getting paid. He was destroying the invaders.
Stealing isn't being paid. I've got to make that a point here.
He likes shiny coin.
Oh, well, okay, we all do. But, Your Honor, I am going to rest my case here and say that this man, Mario, is just truly the worst thing that there ever was. And I know this is controversial, but he should go back to where he came from.
All right, I've reached my verdict.
I like him.
All right, I will now read the verdict to the good people of the Mushroom Kingdom. I find the defendant, Mario, not guilty on all charges of killing Goombas because nobody cares about Goombas.
Boo!
However, on the charge of having a slightly problematic mustache, I find Mario guilty, and he shall be hung by the neck until dead.
Hardcore. We're hardcore. Also, Your Honor, I've just got this note handed to me. It says here that you're a co-host of a Retro Blissed.
Where'd you get that?
That's been handed to me. Your court case is next.
Oh God.
It's Retro Blissed versus the Mushroom Kingdom. It doesn't look good for you.
All right, I gotta go. Court adjourned.
Wow, guys, what an incredible court case there. Mario found not guilty on the charge of mass murder, but on the charge of having an awful mustache. He receives capital punishment.
I thought
Shocking.
dynamic mustache.
Yeah, I have no problems with it personally, but that crazy judge.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with it either. In fact, I dare say it's one of his iconic looks, right? He wouldn't look the same without that mustache.
Just let it go. I
What
thought
a weird judge.
the Hitler comment was a little
much, yeah.
Well, I thought, in fairness to that Goomba, and I don't know this Goomba, but in fairness to that Goomba, Charlie Chaplin also had that mustache.
okay.
And Michael Jordan for a Hanes commercial also had that mustache.
It's commercial.
I think it was a Hanes commercial, wasn't it? I think so.
Now I gotta look this up.
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
This is half of the podcast. It's just me. Johnny says something and then I gotta look at it.
Could that possibly be true?
I'm fairly certain he had one. Just for Michael Jordan, Hitler's mustache.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh man.
Wait.
I'm laughing because of how ridiculous this is.
This is oh my goodness.
Told you.
There's actually a YouTube video called Remember When Michael Jordan Had a Hitler Mustache.
And it's so wild that one monster, he wasn't really a man, but one monster was so hideous that he took what was until then a beloved mustache style. And literally Charlie Chaplin was like such a big star and just destroyed it for everybody until, of course, Michael Jordan brought it back and said it was cool.
Yeah, he destroyed an entire top of facial hair.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
It's not cool.
Not
it's
cool,
like
man.
A bad film role and ruin it for everybody. Well, no. Actually, what he did was worse. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're not talking about Space Jam.
LeBron was horrible. But I can't believe.
Oh, it was that was a South Park, one of the South Park movies, the new ones, where they went back in time, or they went in the future because they not only wanted to save people from the disease and stuff, but also they wanted to stop the new Space Jam with LeBron James from happening.
I love that one. And when it comes to movies, when Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull came out, and they had like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg just like destroyed Indiana Jones, and they're like, I can't go see what they did to him.
Now, Trevor and I have seen a lot of movies together growing up, and didn't we see that one together, Trevor?
We did,
that
Crystal Skull, yeah.
And that's where the woman was loud on her phone. Yeah,
I was trying to enjoy it. Like at the time, we didn't know it was going to be a sort of a semi-hated movie. We were just trying to enjoy it, and this woman just kept answering her phone and talking out loud and
like very
being
loud,
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Why would you answer your
Right.
phone in the movie theater?
I mean, I turned around and looked a couple times, but she just didn't notice or didn't care.
A lot of
Yeah.
people were being very vocal about her being vocal,
Yeah.
but she didn't care.
No.
Yeah, it was
I need
pretty.
that.
Pretty
I need that
pretty
confidence in life to just be that bold.
Yeah.
Answer your phone in the middle of a movie.
Yeah, like I want to know, what makes that person tick.
Yeah.
I mean, I will do
I
something
couldn't
like
imagine
that.
it.
I'll do something like that for a bit if I'm trying to make friends laugh or something. But she was dead serious, just keep on taking these
Yeah.
calls, and they were obviously not important phone calls.
No,
Like it'd be different if she got a call and it was obviously an emergency type thing. I would not have been mad at her at all.
and why did she buy
but-
the movie ticket? Was she just looking like for an air conditioned room to sit in?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's an expensive air conditioned room. You
Yeah.
could like sit at the mall or something.
Yeah,
Just go
that's true.
get a cup of coffee at McDonald's and just
She probably checked out after the refrigerator scene, and then she's like, "I can just take the phone call now."
hmm.
she was
Oh.
just there to get her Shia LaBeouf fix on and go. from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, another thing I want to point out about Trevor, since we have him on this show, and this is very nostalgia related. One of my favorite things is to find movies from the 80s and 90s that I think everybody has seen, and Trevor hasn't seen them yet, and then I'll get him to finally watch them. That's happened quite a few times throughout our history. Like Back to the Future was one of them.
What?
Yeah.
Most of the big '80s movies I missed out on.
Yeah.
Oh,
We just I don't know. We didn't really go to the movies in the '80s.
I'm sorry.
And,
I'm not allowed to talk about movies.
You can talk about
Growing up around movies, I got very like because when I was a kid, I was allowed to watch whatever. Like it was just there. So
Everything
Yeah.
was a kid movie to Andrew.
everything was a kid movie.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how
Like
R-rated
when Brian
it
was like, "Hey, we're gonna draft kids movies on Crafting Drafting," I was like, "Is the
Yeah.
Predator on there? Robo?"
He would legit ask us if like Rambo and RoboCop were kids movies because he
Were me?
No, that's the thing. It wasn't about not being allowed to watch it because I remember seeing like Terminator 2 and Rambo when I was probably too young. But it was just we just didn't go to the movies, and Dad loved westerns, and like I don't know, like I just wasn't even aware that Ghostbusters and Back to the Future
What?
were even huge things.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they existed, but I didn't know how big they were or anything.
Did you ever show Trevor Pride of the X-Men?
No.
Oh,
I have not.
that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's like the original before that famous 92 X-Men cartoon. It was
Really
before
Oh,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I actually would love to get into some X-Men stuff. I'm tangentially very interested in the X-Men, but I've only seen, played the video games and seen the first
I think
couple
it's
movies.
on Disney Plus, that very fantastic 90s cartoon. I
Oh,
believe.
sweet.
I do recommend it. I'd put it just
Wait,
below.
You've never seen the Fantastic one? Like
I've not seen anything. I actually don't even see y'all right now.
we John Cena?
Yeah, we're
I
John.
mentioned I'm blind.
We're John Cena to him. I do think I would put that X-Men cartoon like as in not dumbing itself down for the audience.
Yeah.
I would put that just below Batman, the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
I would still put Batman above it just from a standpoint of storytelling and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is really good because they literally take stories right from the comics and do a
That's
pretty
awesome.
decent job with them.
And it's not like problem solved within, the 30 or 25-minute time limit. You're
Yeah,
just going to-
Multiple episodes have multi-part in it
Yeah.
for sure.
that's what makes it interesting. That gives you a little recap in the beginning.
Previously on X-Men. Yeah. Da 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 da.
That's the best theme song maybe
Oh,
ever.
my friend, it's the second best X-Men theme song because that one we were talking about earlier
Oh,
has
my
the
goodness.
greatest.
Proud of the X-Men.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes, we'll have to send you a link to the theme.
There must be
song.
vocals if it's that good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the intro to it is Stan Lee. Welcome everybody.
yeah.
To
Oh, that's cool.
all the true believers out there. Give you
Yeah.
a rundown.
I
of
have
the
to see this
background.
now.
Oh, it's so good. I remember my dad got it for us for Christmas, and he bought it at like the comic book shop. That's how like rare.
Nice.
Well, let's kind of end the show on this. I think this is a great question that's very nostalgia related and to what we're talking about. Let's each go around and let's each say what's one movie that everybody loves and is just like a very known movie that everybody assumes everybody's seen
Oh,
that you didn't see until much later.
Oh, I've actually never seen probably this one coming up.
Oh, let's do both then. I want to do a never
Hmm.
seen and took you too long to see.
I got to think of my one took me too long to see, but one that I've never seen that everybody's seen that everybody loves. It's funny is I've never seen Jaws.
Okay,
Big
because
as the
that
movie buff as I am, I have never seen Jaws.
okay, I'm gonna jump on that same board because that's the movie I was thinking of when for the longest time, and I've been a Spielberg fan for a long time on top of that, and I didn't see Jaws until I was like 30 years old. And I was like, why have I not seen this? Because honestly, the movie's fantastic. So,
I'm gonna jump on the board for Trifecta because I thought I need to watch that for years and I've never watched it either.
wow, so out of us three, I'm the only one who's actually seen it, and I didn't see it until I was 30.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just never watched it. I was too busy. I like the cult films a little bit more, like Last Starfighter. I Will Die on a Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's three that popped in my head immediately when you said that, like that you didn't see till kind of recently, and you really should have.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Probably one that took me a long time to watch, and then I regretted watching it was the original Dune.
Oh, yeah.
I've not watched the original Dune. I really enjoyed the new one. I'm not sure I want to go back and watch the original
The
now.
new one's
nap?
good.
Do you need a nap?
If you need a nap, watch that
If
original.
you need a
one.
nap and you love inner monologues,
Yeah, I know it's.
No.
Do you know how much? All right, so here's an example of what I would compare it to. Trevor, me and you are big Generation 1 Star Trek fans. We love that original Star Trek. And do you remember when that first movie came out and it's incredibly long and boring?
Yeah,
yes.
It's very Dune-esque.
that was kind of a weird little era of sci-fi, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
very pondering.
Yeah, very much
Huh.
so. So what were those three movies for you, Trevor?
So Back to the Future is obvious. Absolutely loved it. Loved all of them. Didn't see that until I was probably 30ish. And then The Karate Kid, me and my wife watched just a year or 2 years ago, and I could not believe that it was not only as good as people said, the original Karate Kid, but I dare say it's a great movie that is not cheesy at all. Like I thought it was going to be cheesy, you know. The original Karate Kid absolutely holds up if you haven't watched it recently. And then The Alien and Aliens. I had no interest in those two Alien movies, and they're so freaking good. Fantastic. Aliens is an amazing action movie, and Alien is just an awesome, freaky, atmospheric movie.
Those are two
So,
childhood.
those two are
movies.
fantastic.
Those are kids' movies for Andrew.
They're great kids movies. They really are, yeah.
So make sure you show Miles those movies, Trevor. He's
Yep.
perfect age at 3 to watch those.
No, I was
I-
at least 4
Oh, yeah, okay.
or
give him a
5
year.
years old.
Yeah. You're a
I gotta wait a
responsible
year then.
parent. You're a responsible parent. Wait till he's 4
Yeah.
for those. So mine that I've never seen that everybody holds this. Well, actually, 2 of these movies. I think there were 3 of them total, but nobody likes
Lord of the
third.
Rings, for crying out loud.
Come on.
I legit saw those with you, so you know that's
Yeah.
not true. But
More than once, actually.
yeah, would probably be the Godfather films for me.
Oh, yeah.
I love
They just got overhyped to me. I know the acting is phenomenal in it, and I wouldn't be against watching him, but like that just does nothing for me. And I would also throw in, it took me a long time to see the original Top Gun movie.
Yeah.
That was a kid movie.
Another kid film. And I still haven't seen the new one, but I do plan to because it's on Paramount Plus
Oh,
now.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I heard it's actually even better than the original, which is
I'm
a
trying
rare
not to
feat.
overhype it to you, but it's way better than the original. I'm
It's-
sorry,
yeah,
Andrew,
which
if
is a
that's
rare
not your
feat.
opinion.
Oh, also last bit of business here, guys. This is also nostalgia related. Just announced yesterday, I think it was. They're going to make another Toy Story film.
I don't think they should do that.
5
I just read that.
Yep.
I don't think they should.
and Frozen 3. I saw in the same article.
Yeah.
It might have been, but Toy Story 5, I think, is man. All right, so the Toy Story is one of those rare. What do you call 4 films? Because it's more than a trilogy.
I don't know.
Quadruply?
A quartet.
Quartet. I like quartet.
5 is quintet, I
Quartet.
think.
Yeah,
Quint.
Quartet.
Quartet,
One of
there
the
you go.
that all 4 movies are actually quite good in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's really rare because usually when even in trilogies, one of them feels weaker than the others
Right.
by a large margin, right? But I don't feel that with these 4. And I remember when they announced the 4th one, I was really suspicious of it because his first 3
That's
felt
true.
like
Yeah.
a perfect story told with these characters. They all had a full arc here, right? And I was like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? But then I ended up really loving the 4th one. I was like, oh man, I
Yeah.
like how they did this. It's great. But it ended how it should have ended.
Exactly, yeah.
So why are they doing a 5th one? I mean, is Andy going to show up and he's like a bald, middle-aged, 50-year-old man.
Is Andy going to die on the screen?
He's gonna look like Peter Pan from the Chip and Dale movie.
No, he's gonna be Hook from Peter Pan. Is that
The only thing I can think of, and I feel like they've kind of already done this, but it goes full circle, and the fifth one is basically like the first one, and it's Andy's children or grandchildren even.
Yeah,
but he's already giving his toys away. He gave his toys away to that little girl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What is he gonna do? Go beat up Bonnie? Go beat up a little girl to get his toys back?
No, see, this is what I want.
Or is Bonnie
Pixar,
gonna give up?
be brave, Pixar.
Else?
Pixar, show how brave you are. Let an adult man beat up a small child for her toys that he gave away to her.
Yeah,
I
be
just
brave.
don't like. If we were playing Nostalgia Fix or
Oh, let's do that. Yeah, Nostalgia Fix. What do we call it? Nostalgia Fix.
Cash Grab Disc.
Yes.
I would, as of now, when it comes to hearing Toy Story 5, I'm thinking Cash Grab Disc. Because the way
Trevor.
that the fourth one ended,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
perfect,
ended-
right?
it was perfect. Like, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It was like,
do you
It
think,
feels
Trevor?
completely unnecessary.
it's like somehow Palpatine returned.
I would love to be wrong because Johnny's right. Parts 1 to 4 somehow all pulled it off, but it feels like, oh man, that's just totally an extra one.
It doesn't make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement here. I would be happy to be proven
Are you-
wrong and it to be good, but I just feel like you've told this perfect story. And even in my
Yeah.
opinion, when they announced the fourth one, people felt the same way. So you kind of dodged the bullet there because it was also a good movie, and in reality actually just made the four movies complete a great story overall. And it's a great arc with all these characters. So why are you going back to that? Like their endings is how I felt these characters' endings should have been.
Unless they're gonna go the
Right.
full route.
Like before they were Andy's toys.
Yeah. Like how?
Yeah, but I don't want that either.
I almost-
Because
I
Buzz
I almost
Lightyear
said
was literally
something that sounded normal, but would have sounded bad if somebody I was going to say about how Andy got Woody, but that
yeah.
I meant it with all the great intention.
Yeah, I know what yeah. That's like me trying to say before Johnny would be BJ.
Yeah.
So, which we
Oh.
can't do. All right. So yeah, but thank you everybody for listening. Trevor, tell the people where they can find you.
Well, just check out Retro Blissed, wherever you get your podcast. I do have a Facebook and Instagram page, and I'll let you know what game we're covering next. You can comment on your childhood memories, but pretty much, yeah, check out Retro Blissed on Facebook or Instagram. And if you comment on anything, I'll see you, and I'll answer any questions about Johnny's weird habit.
Of which there are very many. Make sure you go check those out. Trevor does a great job with that social media over there. Andrew, tell them where they can find stuff about this show.
BICBP Radio Network, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube channel, Facebook page, Instagram page, and don't forget Patreon for $1 a month. You get exclusive skits done by Johnny and I. And I think
Sweet.
with that, Johnny, it's a simple good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
He's guilty. Andrew, you told me that you were just scrolling through Instagram and you were just getting really bored.
You know what I was? It's just that simple scrolling. Didn't really have anything to do. So just scroll all the way through. And then, I don't know, something just hit me that I just want to know more interesting facts about history, in world history and history in America. But I just don't know where to find fun, interesting facts about it.
Andrew, you are in such luck because I just discovered this new Instagram page and it is called The Amazing History with Harold. So make sure you go check that out on Instagram. This guy, Harold Peebles, is like a historian apparently, and he will post just these great, he'll take one thing, like the first one that he did was about George Washington, and he'll just tell you all these amazing, obviously completely true, not made up whatsoever for comedic purposes, facts about these different things in history, American history, or just a world history, pop culture history. Man, it's a fun follow, Andrew. So I encourage you to go to The Amazing History with Harold. Check it out wherever you get your Instagrams.
That is so awesome. Now I can learn fun, interesting facts while scrolling through Instagram. I can't thank you enough, Johnny.
You're welcome. And make sure you tell your friends about this, and you'll be the smartest kid at the ball when you bring up these amazing facts about our history.